will look at OpenAI's APIs. So we'll look at three APIs: vision, text to speech, and speech to text. Of course, there are a lot of other APIs. I'll maybe cover them in the further tutorials. And if you go to platform.openai.com, you will find this API. So let's get started. So first is the vision API. So vision API helps you to understand the images, right? What is the content of an image? Very simple. The code they have also given for different languages. So for Python, you can just copy this code. I'll put it in the code editor, right? And let's try to now look at the code once. So you have to install the OpenAI. This is the Python package, so you can do pip install OpenAI, and then you are instantiating one object of this OpenAI class, and then just calling this method, right? The model you have to mention which model it is, and you have to pass an image, right? So this is their image in the basic one. So I'll just change it with my image, right, just to see if it works or not. And that's it. You also have to pass maximum tokens, right? You need to have the access, the paid access to the open AI, right? If you don't, you can go and get that. Another thing you need is the API key, right? So for that, I put my key in the .env file. So you can create one .env file and put all your keys here, because exposing these keys to the function is not recommended, right? So I'll just say from .env. So this is another package called .env, where you can just keep your file, keep your keys in another file, and then just use this too. Now whenever this API is called, automatically this key from this .env folder can be taken. And how to generate this key? You go here and you will find API key. You can create a new secret key and just copy the content. So I can just create a key and it will give me some content. Just copy that and put in .env file. So now to call this or run this program, I can just generally run it from the terminal. I can say vision API, right? Already created this file. I'm just calling this function, and automatically the API key, which is OpenAI API key, is used, and yeah, so I get the response, right? So it says it's an image of links, right? You can identify, etc., etc., right? And a lot of other parameters as well. Now let's see the text to speech one API, the next one. Very similarly, we can go to the documentation and go to this API text to speech. So what it will do is, you give it a text, it will just convert it into audio, right? Again, they have just given the code. I think this is fairly simple. Just copy the code. Also copy this this small snippet here, so that the API key is used. And yeah, so what I will do is change this. So I think this is something just to test it out, right? OpenAI, let's see if it works. So I'm giving this text. Let's see it does generate an audio file, right? This method is deprecated, but I think let's see if it works, right? So I'll just call now this one, text to speech, and I'll save it so that it's used. So I'm just calling from terminal, very simple. And yeah, it generates a file. So if I can you hear this? Yeah, so it says this is it for OpenAI. Let's see if it works. Not sure if you will be able to hear it, but yeah, it works well. And the reverse is also there, where the speech to text. So very similarly, the opposite of it, where you give it a audio file and it will convert the text, right? So I'll just copy it here. Very similar. Just copied code from the OpenAI website and put it here, and here also just put that .env, right? so that we don't reveal our key. And what I'll do is just the file that it has generated only. I'll just try to re sort of create from audio to text. Let's see if this works. I'll save it. Very similarly, I've been running from the terminal. I'll just say Python. This is the speech to text. Yeah, and oh, sorry, one thing I have to do is I have to print the transcript, right, so that we know what is being printed, right? So here in the terminal below, yeah, so it says text. This is tutorial for OpenAI. Let's see if it works. So great. I think that is it. You can read more on OpenAI in their documentation. Once you will use the APIs, you will also see a usage here. So whatever APIs you are using, you can see which model you are using. Like there are different models. Text to speech we have used. Assistant, there's another video. GPT Turbo. So they have a lot of different modules which person has used, and so on. So yeah, I think this is it. Please let me know your comment on this, and for more such videos, please like, share, and subscribe.